Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, hello. Look who I found.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm back. At least for today.
Neide took a holiday. Yes, she was traveling. Yeah, she was traveling from home, from her bedroom to the kitchen, to the kitchen to the living room, to the living room to her room. No, she was traveling a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's it. That's it. Okay, so happy Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, so looking for the great weekend. And I would like to say hello to everyone, our friends from America. Don here. See, Don was missing you, Nate. See, welcome, Nate.
Thank you, Don. I missed you too.
Yeah, Kakai is here. Okay. So it's very, very good to be here and looking forward for this moment. And today we're going to talk about relative unhappiness and happiness. And then we will find out why is relative and not is true happiness or true unhappiness. That we're going to discuss more about it. Meanwhile, I want to ask Nate, as a welcome gift, can you do the initial prayer?
Of course, my dear. With pleasure. So, let's take a deep breath. Let's raise our thoughts to Jesus, to the good spirits, and ask permission to start this moment, to start this program. Let the mentors of the spiritual side of Ardens, and especially our mentors in particular, guide us through the speech. And let's enjoy together this moment of teachings from the Spiritism. Let's all have a good time. So be it.
Amen. Okay.
Well, tell me, Stevan, what do you have for us today?
Me? Well, we don't want to talk about the happiness and unhappiness. And before we go any deeper in the discussion here, let's understand a little bit why Kardec wrote here relative happiness and unhappiness. Let's say you are a person who does meditation, who does your yoga, your daily prayers, or if you are going to the church or the spirit center or any place. Okay? When one common feeling when we are doing this kind of exercise, when we say, okay, let me do my prayer. What do you do? Well, you have a deep breath and try to say your prayer. No matter if it's a prayer by heart or it's a conversation between you and your mentor and you and the superior spirits or you and God. The common thing among all these practices is the sensation of well-being. It is the sensation of, let's say, completeness. Okay? Which, however, Although, therefore, don't long last. For some time it breaks. For some time you need to stop, or you focus your mind and you catch yourself thinking about, I don't know, what I need to buy in the supermarket tomorrow. So what it is, we needed to understand that when we say we will pray, I will make a prayer and I will connect this prayer with superior spirits, it means the high vibration is here and we are here. When we do our prayer, we will expand our vibration and we could reach superior vibrations. So, unfortunately for us, to keep this higher vibration for a long time is difficult. It is difficult for many reasons. The principal reason is because we need to evolve in order to get there. Okay? We are attached to the material things. Unfortunately, we do a lot of things during our day, like sometimes is like doing live, answering emails, boss calling, daughter calling, homeschooling. When you see yourself, you are doing 3, 4, 5 things at the same time. Okay, so that's the reason. So that's why Kardec said relative happiness and happiness, and this happens sometimes with the unhappiness. However, when you are stuck, the difference between happiness and unhappiness is when we are unhappy, it's easily for us to be stuck in the unhappiness position and always pushing us down, which is cause anxiety, will cause the depression, will cause diseases and a lot of things. Okay? So far, so good, Neide? Interrupt me.
Oh, yep. No, that's going great.
Yeah. So this is the first things we need to understand. Okay? Knowing that, we can discuss. We know who are here on Earth are in a process of evolution. Okay, we are not there yet, but we are in process to get it. And achieve this happiness. We always set ourselves. I want to go to holiday. I want to go to the beach. I want to spend those days. I don't have my phone. I don't have my laptop. I don't have this. After the second or the third day, you are getting crazy. And 3 days ago, you are begging, doing everything in order to stay away of all these, let's call madness, But 3 days, when you are isolated in an island, no internet connection, no phone connection, you will regret about what you were asked for. So we needed to understand.
So, Stevan, just can I make you a question? Can I?
Sure.
So you are saying so that we are putting our happiness in the material things.
Yes. That's more I would say not 100%, but we put like more than 60-70%. We give our happiness to material things. Like when I want a new car, you buy a new car, you're very happy for perhaps a month, to 2 weeks, something like this. But after this is a normal car. I want to buy a new phone, and you go, then you spend many days finding what is the best phone, also price, and you buy your phone. You are very excited with your phone. You try to use your phone. You phone everybody. You do whatever thing. After, I don't know, a month, 2 months. Yeah, okay.
Yes, this just brings something to my mind because yeah, we are talking about the material things in a way that in the moment that we are now, yeah. And this make me think. Do you think that we were happers, happy? Wait, we were more happy before this boom of technology and all modern things that we have today. You know, on the old times, let's say, I'm not don't even need to go so far. Maybe 50 years ago, I believe, maybe 50 years ago, or 18 years ago, when we didn't had even television, internet, all this stuff that we have today. We have this, I can say we had a simple life at that time. Do you think that we were happiest in that time that we are today? Or at least the level of happiness in the world in that time was higher than today, if you can say. You know, do you get the what I want to compare here? The idea? Because they say
Compare
that all the material, all the life that we have today, the way that we are living now, the society are living today, is increasing the unhappiness of the people because of the material
Yeah,
needs that we put in our life.
yeah, it's causing because, for example, I don't know, like let's take an example of car, okay? A model 2021 and a model 2022. Just because they put a black thing in the wheel, they seems a brand new car, brand new model. And we see a lot of people getting in trouble because they want to buy a 2022 car. And the really question is, do you really need the 2022 car or not? Do you really need to buy that new shoes for women there? No. Do you really need to buy that shoes? Do you need to really buy that dress? I know the science explain when we are frustrated, when we need to release our tension. If you go to the shopping, to the mall, and you buy your things and degenerate, like I don't know, something in your brain makes you feel relieved, relax. So
Oh, sorry, I just was laughing about Leah Smith
Leah,
comment.
yeah, Leah said, yeah, glad I was 60 kid. Yeah, Leah. I'm 80s and 90 kid. I born in 70s, but I'm really, and I agree because Neide is younger than me. But
No,
the point,
not yet.
but, it is. But the point is, we born, we, I when I was my, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 years, we didn't have internet, phone, or mobile phone. It's only the phone ring there, and that's it. Like if I go, if I need to go to somewhere, I need to write a message to my mom and leave on the table for her. And when she arrives home, she knows where I am. We have to play a lot on the street in the neighborhood. We didn't have like video game. We didn't have all these things. But when I was my 16, 17, all these starts to come up. We start to have like video games, then becomes the mobile phones like this size, but we had mobile phone, no? Yeah. We had the mobile phone and so on, so on, so on. And when you compare with my daughters here today, come on. My youngest daughter knows how to handle the phone better than me.
Mm-hmm.
No. So what I'm saying is we born in a generation in which we know we are in the transition. So we know how to live in both ways. We know what it is a happiness just to ride a bike and spend all day on the street. You just come home because your mom calling you and you are very dirt. You need a bath, but you want to play more. Or sometimes you don't have. You are playing a lot, football, soccer on the parks with your friends because you don't have time to go to the toilet and then you pee yourself.
Yeah.
No, my daughters don't know this, and I say many people from this generation who are his more affordable, and they will have this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we see today is like I said, in our time, of course, we have our challenge. We had our uh how can I say, our desires, but was something more, I can say, more controllable till certain age of our life, because we we had access, let's say, just a small amount of information in that time. So that's it. We contain our desire to the external world that I want. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what we see today is because of this modern thing, like I said, the increase of information and access that everyone has. The kids today, as I said, your daughter with 5 years old, 6 years old, she already knows how to use a mobile phone. She has access of the whole world in her hands, basically. And unfortunately, this brings a lot of good things, yes, to the modern world, all this technology, all these modern things. But in another hand, this brings the access of a lot of information too early, I can say, and not too early, but very early. And what we see today is the increase of a lot of things, even depression, anxiety, and other things developing quick, even in young ages kids. And we have a lot research this on the internet if you look for. So this means that because of this access, this amount of information that we have very early in the early age of life, what happens is that the people start to, when they say the people, include the kids as well, they start to develop in the desire of one things and the two material things very early. So they start to deal with this challenge that we, in our generation, we start to deal with after, teenage years. They start to deal with this on the childhood, basically. And this is quite, for me, it's quite, I can say, frightening. I'm afraid of this, because this, in the head, I see that this stimulates the compare, because you compare yourself with your friend, because I see that the other kid has this, I don't have this, my mobile is old, they have a better mobile than me, the video game is is a you know 5G or whatever video game, and I have just that one. I want a new one, and that and this is the values that we give for the material thing because of this. How can I say this comparison and we see that they already have it, so I want to have as well because if not, I will be behind in my group. This can be very dangerous, because it's bring us this superficial. And if we don't, I see that if we don't be careful and we don't guide this new generation teaching the real values and what is the value, material value, but plus we have to teach as well the all the values, the moral values for this new generation, to be crazy. Because as Kardec say on the book, when we read it, you can see that they don't condemn the spirits doesn't
Oh, no, yeah.
the material things that they need, but what they condemn, basically, what the law of the universal law condemn is the excess of them. Because there is a question. Let's see if I find here that
and what you can see, like it's our that kind of promises, like if I change a job and I earn X amount of salary, I will be happy and I will stop. And you don't stop. No, I will buy this car and then I will stop. No, you don't stop. Okay? And Kardec, like Neide said, he doesn't say, okay, having car, have a good house, be having your welfare is not the problem here. The problem is how this treats you and how you treat it, how you digest having, I don't know, perhaps $1 million in your bank account every month. How are you going to administrate it? How are you going to handle this? You will still be yourself, or you will let the luxury of having all this money to spend in 1 month domain you and take control of yourself?
I find one here, Stevan, and it's on the question 922 for the chapter, book 3, chapter 1, for the moral laws, on the part of earth, affliction, and joy. If you see, I thought very interesting this question because the Kardec asked for the spirits. Earthly happiness is relative to the possessions of each person, and what may be enough for the happiness of one person maybe represent a misfortune for another. And then he asked, is there not nevertheless a measure of happiness common to everyone? So there is a equal happiness for everyone. Doesn't matter if it's poor or if you have more or less, according with material things. And then the answer of the spirit is great, because the spirit's answer for him, with respect to material life, the possessions of what is necessary. With respect to moral life, a clear conscience and faith in the future.
Yeah.
So this for me was make a lot of sense, because for material happiness, let's say, if you have more or less, the most important, if this supply your needs, if this you are live okay, it isn't your is necessary to fill your needs in that moment. Are you happy with that? Great. And if you have if you have nothing, you have really less thing in life, but you have a moral, you take care about your moral, great. But so the good thing is to have like both, right? To have a comfortable life. What is a comfortable life that they mean here? They is the basic needs. If you have if you have what you eat, something to eat, something to wear, and something to protect you, like a shelter, right? It's a basic needs. And if you have more, you're happy. But if you have this, at least you feel safe. You have what is necessary to live, right? And if you feel happy with that, if you feel okay with that, if you have a clean conscience and faith that you are doing good, I'm not saying that you have to content yourself, not to look for something better. But we see in some place, unfortunately, even today, unfortunately on the planet, there is places when the people barely can have this. They are suffering without food, they are suffering without water, they are suffering without house, they are suffering with the lack of basic necessities.
And they are happy.
And they are happy. So, and on the other hand, we see people that have mansions and cars and plenty of money, and they are unhappy because they have depression, have too many problems. Yes, and the incidence of suicide in this is even higher than in the low class. Unfortunately, why? Because of is missing something here. What is the moral? So it's something that this chapter on the Spirit's book, I think, is make a lot of things more clear. Because I was one person that to be true on the beginning, especially in my youngest age, I have problem to understand that why there is so much inequality in the world, and why some places is so needed and there is nothing, and the other is so wealthy and have everything. But then when you start to study Spiritism, this clarify a lot. When I start, at least for me, for myself, this clarify a lot in my mind. And make me understand that material things is just a moment, right? Of course, I want to have a more comfortable life. I think it's not wrong if you desire for that. It's not wrong when you desire to have a good life, you have a good house, you give comfortable to your kids or to your family. That's great. You think like that is great. You make you improve a lot. In my point of view, I think this. If I have to think like that, because this pushed me to improve myself. But when we live always greed, always vanity, and always selfishness, and always pride take over, and you want just because the other has. For example, I have a house that is good, that is not some no bad, let's say, but just because my neighbor bought a better house, or he refurnished his house, and I just want to have better than him. No, I have to do better, because if he did, I can do better. Or he bought a car, and I have my car that is very well, is good, but now I will change my car just because he's bought a new one. And we have this is happening with us even automatically. Sometimes I see myself doing these things. I want to change this because my friend bought one that is great, and then I just to upgrade mine. Why? If mine is working properly, why? But we create in ourselves this even this one word that Leah said here that is very, very true, is the shopping therapy. I want just to continue, pick great things and buy things, and put a lot of things that sometimes I don't need in my house, just to make me feel good, or to make me feel better than the others, or to make me feel that I accomplished, something in my life. But this is there is one important question that we have to make to ourselves.
Yeah.
Do I need this? What this will bring to my life? And which kind of happiness this will bring to me? Momentaneous happiness, because most of the time, like 99% of the time, when we do something like that because we just wanted, because of the advertise on TV told me that is nice and that I have to buy that, most of the time this happiness will take like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes even one day. After that, gone. And I will feel empty, and I will looking for another thing to supply to fill up this hole that I have, and I will continue on this shopping therapy that's not get anywhere.
Yeah. And what I want to say here is a true happiness. How can we achieve this true happiness, this moment of sharing, this moment of enlightenment? If my neighbor do not have anything to eat, if my neighbor won't have clothes to wear, if my neighbor don't have a school to go, if my neighbor don't have a shelter, how we can say I'm happy? How can say I am complete? A happy, a complete person never ever looks ahead. They look down to see how is the others. To push them to come to say, hey, this way, guys. That's the way we need to go. And we need to understand how they are treating and developing all this. But how we will talk about happiness if we do have this. I'm saying don't mistake happiness with what I'm saying. I'm saying is the full complete happiness. Let's say I am 24 hours happy. I am 24 hours feeling complete. That's what I'm saying here. You want to be complete. You of course you can have. I have a happy marriage. I have a happy kids. I have a happy friends. Great, brilliant. You have a very good. It's very good. That's how it works. That's how it should be. But what we are talking about here is, and you, are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with what you have achieved? Are you happy with your goals? Are you pushing you too hard or not pushing you too hard? How is your conversation with God, with superior spirits? What's the reason why you earn a very good salary, but you don't spend a day, a second with your son? And when you stop work, when you retire, you say to yourself, okay, now I will spend my time with my son. And most of the time it's too late.
It's like that phrase from, I think it's Dalai Lama, that the man spend the whole life to getting money, and then in the end he spent the whole money to getting health, to getting life, something like that. I don't know exactly.
Recover the health, not to
recover health. Yeah. So
it is.
What's the point?
Yeah. So what's the point? We are not condemning here. I hope you earn a lot of I started with a lot of zeros. Great. But what we're discussing here is how to use it, how to make your peace of mind, how to be happy and look around you and say, okay, I cannot change the world, but at least what I'm capable of, I can change. Starting with your family, be an example. So this is what we're talking about, the true happiness. The true happiness, it is when you are not happy alone, you are happy with so many people at the same time, the same moment. Okay, let me see here what's saying more.
I think that you said that make me think right now. You said about that we feel like completely happiness and completely fulfill all the time, like 24 hours. But something I was making do you think that human, that we here on earth, we are prepared to know what is real, what is the true happiness in this moment? Do you think that we are able to recognize that?
Yeah.
So I think
How many
we
people?
still.
How many people do not have identified a moment of happiness?
Exactly. And how many people they I think they judge themselves on happiness. Like, I'm a happy person. And I think it's not fair as well. Because nobody can be unhappy 24 hours, the same way that nobody can be happy 24 hours. It's like in stage that we are now, that is I think one we are living like in a way, like one day, sometimes we are happy, and then there is moment of unhappiness, and then we are happy again, and it's like a up and down, up and down. But if you have the conscious that way, okay, I got, if you can say that I'm a happy person, but I have my sad moments.
Of course,
So
we need
you
that.
have to, yeah, you have to think like, I'm more happy than unhappy. That's for sure. I consider myself more happy than unhappy. But because I consider myself a happy person, doesn't mean that I'm happy 24 hours, like I said. Of course not. I have a lot of moments of up and down and sadness and happiness and all these things. But
In a
in the
day,
end of the day,
in
at
a
the end
day,
of the day,
in a day we have all these up and downs. Can you imagine your
oh
entire
yeah, exactly, exactly. So in the end of the day, if I compare, I'm more happy or happiness. I prefer say that I'm more happy. You know, with I'm a happy person with a happy moment.
yeah? That's,
You
I
know,
like the definition. I'm a happy person with some moments of happiness, with some moments to experience happiness. Okay, you are happy, of course. I'm happy because I'm in health, because I do have a job, because I do sleep in a warm bed. I'm happy because I have beautiful daughters. I'm happy because I have friends like Neide. I'm happy because my family is here. So I'm, of course I'm happy because of this. And because I'm happy with them, it doesn't mean I will not get frustrated with them. I will not fight with them. I will not have like a jealousy of them. This happens because we need to give value. We need to work these virtues in ourselves. We need to say, okay, we need to change. And these people who are surrounding you, they are the tools which gonna help you to move forward.
Exactly. And other thing that we used to say, or sometimes we do, it is like we have this, build the phrase for example, I just will be happy when I have that. I just will be happy when I have this person, or I just will happy when I go to that place. Like we still putting our happiness in something that we want, in something that on the other person, or on in expectations that we have, you know. And then we say, okay, I'm not happy now. I just will be happy when I get that job.
Yeah.
We keep doing this thing, postponing our happiness because we throw this on the others, on the other things, on the future, instead of just be happy what you have right now. With who you are right now. You can improve it, great. You can have more things, great. You can conquer more. You can
No,
conquer the world if you want.
fine.
But be happy now. Don't wait until that moment came to be happy, because you can lose. You can miss a lot moments of happiness during the way, and you will never get there because you will always sabotage yourself and postpone your happiness, because it become like a thing that a vice that you do with yourself. You sabotage yourself all the time to have the excuse to not be happy, and
Yeah.
to complain and to blame. I'm not happy because I'm not have enough money. I'm not happy because I don't have a good house, because I don't have the car is old, or because I don't have a car. And
I don't
still
do
this,
this, I don't do that, I stay away,
because I cannot travel, because I don't have enough time, because I don't have enough money, because I don't have enough that or that. And again, postpone our happiness, sabotage ourselves, instead of just be happy to be alive, to have the chance to be here, to incarnate on earth, to have a new chance to change, everything. So be happy with what you are, with who you are, if wrong or right, you get here. I'm sure that you did a lot good things and bad things as well. Nobody is just good or just bad, but
Yeah.
we're still here learning. So I think, yes, we have to be happy with what we are, what we have right now, and of course, you can have the desire to have more,
Of course,
but
it's
with limit.
natural.
Don't try to give a step bigger than your leg, because then you're gonna fall. Just
And and just to put in this in your list, I think is important, Nate. Um, we used to say, especially the women's weekend, we see more often. It's like, oh, if I don't marry or don't stay with that person, I'll be he will make me happy. I'll become. So the point what I'm trying to reach is, you put your happiness in someone's hands, and that person you are putting all your coins into doesn't have an idea how to make himself or herself happy. But we put our bet, our coins in only one person. We need to learn how to differentiate. We need to learn how to sometimes make concessions, sometimes be in a firm position. And that's how it works. That's how we should make it works. But you can say why we can see many people, why God do not just sort this out and we stop to seeing these ups and downs, this difference in culture in different people. And my answer to you is because our incarnation here is based in our mission here is based in understand what we want, how we're going to achieve it, and how to bring more people along with me. Okay? When you say your happiness is in someone's hands, my reading of it is this person needs attention. We understand many factors may cause it, yes, but that's the difference. This is why we have the difference, because we need to work ourselves. We need to fight every day. We need to be test our resilience many times. Neide?
Yeah. And I think you have to do this analysis, like, do I really value the things that I have to value, the things that is right? Because I think it's like that part when Jesus go to the house, and that is Maria, and I think it's Magdalene, or Marta.
Maria e
Maria and Marta,
Marta.
and Maria sit beside Jesus to listen the teachings of the master, and Marta was complaining about her because she wasn't help to tidy the house and serve the guests. And Jesus said to her that I'm not remember exactly the words right
Yeah,
now, especially in English, but that Maria was collecting the true teachings because she was listen and try to understand and collect the word, the knowledge. She was accumulating the knowledge, and while Martha was spending and give attention to the material things, to the house, to things that could wait. So
yeah. We
and
can
then
do a
this make
different
us
day, a
think.
different time. Like yeah.
Exactly. And while they have just the opportunity to listen the teachings of the master, and it's like which value, which one we are. We are Marta or Maria in that story. We are giving the attention, we are putting our attention on the things that is superfluous, or we are putting our attention, our values on things that really can make us grow and evolve. It's like which which one we are here. I think for probably I can say that most of the times we are Marta. We are giving the values and attention for things that is superfluous, that can, is just a momentaneous things, instead of really be attention for the things that it really matters, the values, the knowledge, the working ourselves, working ours, uh, in our not always behavior, but our selfishness, our pride, all the things that we have to work on really in ourselves, instead of
Hmm.
just look outside and see the material things around us. So I think this is if we do a kind of self analysis and see, which what we are doing with our life, which values we have in our life now, I think we will start to do small changes. And it's not easy. It's not easy to do this self analysis. It's not easy to recognize that, and it's not easy to change. I think it's small steps, but it's an exercise that we have to start to do. Is slowly, is like it's small. We have to start somehow. It's better starts
We
than
need
never
to have.
start. You know.
We need to have.
I see that the guys are very quiet today, even though it's quiet today. What happened?
Yeah, everybody's quiet. Yeah, and because they are happy. I hope they are happy. You know, like
It's too much happiness, guys.
yeah, yeah. But this is true, lady. Yeah, that's what we have to analyze here. Again, we are not against you. We are not saying you are wrong in order to get your possessions, in order to live your well-being. No. But the problem is, okay, are you looking around you? Are you looking to make the people who are around you happy again? It's up to you. It's up to you.
Exactly. So I think if you allow me, there is a very nice comment in the question 921 is a comment from Kardec that I like very much. It's not exactly to be true.
Most of
And
the time,
pardon?
most of the time, people are the artisans of their own unhappiness. If they would practice the law of God, they would spare themselves many misfortunes and enjoy a state of happiness that is great as their existence on such a dense plane will allow.
Exactly. And then just down there is a comment when Kardec said that the man who photons in earnest his future destiny. Sorry, I start again. Sorry. The man who photons in earnest his future destiny, seeing his corporal existence as nothing but a brief stopover. It represents for him a short stay in a shabby hotel. He readily takes comfort when faces with a few passing inconveniences on a journey that shall lead him to a position which will be all the better the more careful he prepares himself ahead of time for it. We are punished in his life for the infraction that infraction we committed against laws of corporeal existence by the misfortunes that result from such infractions and from our own excesses. So it's what everything that we are have now, out unfortunate that we are having now. We did this like we are having this because of excess that we had before. If not in this life, probably in the past lives. Because it's like that. Like we not we are not content. We are not feel happiness with the basic things that we have, and we have this excess that we have more and more and more and more. And during this journey, we took the wrong road. Instead of go slowly and be patient and conquer the things slowly, because of our pride, because of our selfishness and the desire to want. What we do sometimes, and probably we did this a lot in the past, we just don't measure the ways to get what we want. And on the way, we hurt people. We do terrible things with the others. We destroy lives, like as many stories that we see. And I see this even in a society way. How many wars and how many battles and terrible fights we see on the past because of the one because of one society that want to overcome the other for power. you know so we live this we have this since from the beginning,
Like
because
I like the example you said, Neide. I will be happy when I reach power, when I reach top of the mountain. And in your path to achieve that top of the pyramid. You kill someone, you make someone be fired, you didn't give food, so it's this, and then we reach there. Are you gonna say I am happy but when you look down, look what you did in order to achieve that position.
Yeah. Which price? Yes, which price you paid for that? So,
And the best movie I recommend you to watch to understand these moments of happiness, that movie Click.
Click
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler. I know that's true. Oh, that's amazing example. Yeah.
He always look at moments of happiness. Oh, I'll be happy when I become partner of the company. Please put me there. And he will discover he was not happy. He was in the position, but he was not happy.
Exactly. So he paid a very high price for that.
Yes.
And sometimes we do this because we just want to get there, and we don't look the way. We just want to get there, and we don't look for where we are stepping to get there. And when we see, we have a long bill to pay on the future. Doesn't matter you be on this life, next life, another lives, but we already have a long bill with us right now here, that we are trying to pay, trying to fix it. And yeah, so I think it's the moment that we have to think like how to pay these bills and not accumulate more for the future.
Yeah.
So how ours pay our debt with our past mistakes, and not to attract, not to accumulate more for the future.
Yeah.
So that is
And
it's hard.
we need to run because I need to be online again
Time go fast.
in 35 minutes. So let me give some announcements here because we do have. Let me put you this. So don't forget, guys, this Sunday, 11 o'clock, Irish time, UK time, we will have a speech from about Medium's book with Joca Dalidoni. Okay? For the SSI workers, our Sunday speech will be replaced by this talk. So, and again, instead of starting 11:15, we will start 11 o'clock. Okay? And also, oops.
No, we don't want to work with you, Stevan. Thank you very much.
No, yeah, I know. Also, on the 22nd of May, we will have the 8th British Congress on Health, on Medicine and Spirituality with Dr. Peter Fenwick, Alexander Moreira, Tânia Stevanin, Natalia Tober, Vanessa Celone, Sonia Doi. So put in your agenda and share with your friends. Okay, so that's it from me today and from Neide. Hope you like the discussion, guys. I hope you understand how we want to manage all this happiness, and we keep it talking about hopes and consolations, next relative happiness and unhappiness next Thursday. That's it. Thank you very much. And I will
Thank you, everyone. It was good to be here again. Good to be back.
Yeah,
and
it
was great to have this study here with you guys.
Her
And
work, her work will allow her to be here with us. Okay, so let me do the final prayer. So let's raise up our thoughts again, make connection with superior spirits, ask them to fill us up with consolation and happiness in order to understand the right moment to be happy, the right moment to be firm, to stand by in a position, and times when we needed to be more softened. So please, may the good spirits reach out to our brothers and sisters who are in the hospitals, who are passing away, those who are sick at home, those kids who are orphan because mom and dad, probably grandma and granny, died of this COVID. At the same time, we want to say thank you for our health. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and sharing all these comments with everyone. So be it. Amen. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll see you there. So Leah, I'll say I'm using my mediumship to get to know what Don and Leah gonna do during the weekend. They're gonna watch the movie too. Yeah?
Very good.
Yeah? Leah said, I great movie she watched, and Don said, I will watch movie Click. Thanks for the suggestion. That's it.
See, they have the program for the weekend already.
Exactly.
Enjoy, guys. I hope that you like. Let us know next week if you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Today during the prayer we have a special guest. Yes, Belinha was just praying with you on the background.
Yeah, she's praying with us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She said, don't forget the dogs, you know.
Belinha, for those who know, is a Steven's dog. A great dog.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a nice evening. I'll see you in a while, Neide. Thank you very much, my dear.